I started doing a bit where I'll be dead in my coffin, and I'll like be hovering above, and my mom will be going, "You just go up to any murderer." Hello and welcome to the U Up Podcast. I'm Jared Freed, and I am joined by today's co-host, Aleen Dreksler. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you. I am nervous.
How are you nervous?
And in the same podcast studio that I record in every week.
Yeah, you're here.
And yet I'm on You Up. And I'm in Jordana's seats.
Well, hold on. Let's talk about the chairs. If we have to talk about the chairs. I walked in. I've been sitting in the skinny chair, and then I walk in, and Aleen goes, "You can sit on your couch now. You fat fuck. Get to your fat loser chair. I'm in the skinny chair." She said, "I'm the CEO. You get out of my chair." That's what she said to me.
Yeah.
You're in the great chair. No, listen, Aleen, it is a pleasure to have you back.
I know.
Episode 1.
I was here.
You were here.
It was me, you, Jordana, Sammy.
The whole gang. 4 founders in a dorm. Yeah. We all got back together. How are you? What's going on in your life? You are doing, if people aren't following you on
what am I
the
doing?
Socials, I'll give you my view on
okay,
what you're
please.
doing.
I can't wait.
You're
I'm
doing
scared.
boss bitch Instagram. You
That's
are
right.
showing the life of a founder CEO, and you're giving us the real. I think is there a lot of faking it in that world?
Yes, many people.
I'm saying you're doing it.
Yes,
I see it, and I go,
yes.
Aleen is doing everything you're doing on social media. That is how I know you.
Yes.
You are.
Thank you.
Doing the company. You're trying to take this, Betches and go from one height to another height.
Constant height moving.
Constant height mode. You are climbing mountains. Everything is true to form. But I think out there that I see it. I think if I'm seeing it, everyone's seeing it.
Yeah.
There's this I'm starting a business fakery going on Instagram. How do you feel about that?
I feel like people have their own way. They either try to fake it till they make it, so they look like, because there's these manifesting things is like act as if you've made it and it will all come. But then there's just some people who just like pretend that they're working by just creating content. But then some people's work is to create the content. I don't know.
It's all
I don't
very
fucking
confusing.
care. I try not to pay too much attention because the problem I have is I don't have enough time to create content. So I just will post a story.
That's the bad bitch CEO. I don't have time.
I don't.
I pay someone to do it for me.
It's true. I'm still looking for that person.
Well, if you're out there and you want to make content for Aleen, DM her, not me. I am not going to help you get the job.
Yes.
I do think it is, when it comes to dating and relationships and social media, it doesn't matter, but it does. It's head trash. We have to swallow it, consume it. We have to digest it. So when I see I'm sure you're giving a lot of people inspiration. They're like, okay, she's got 2 kids. She's married. You're doing it all. You're doing a very sitcom movie.
Yeah.
But I'm saying you could be, a movie could be made from your life. I'm not, but I'm saying you're the real life version of the movie.
Oh my God. Thank you.
But don't you think that sometimes?
I don't ever.
But I think a lot of people, if they're an online...
Because it doesn't feel that way. It doesn't feel that way at all.
How does it feel?
It feels like my kid is in my bed sleeping and I don't have any sleep. I show up to work. I try to make my hair nice. And then I try to make a lot of decisions in a small, compact amount of time to make it home in time so that I see them for at least 30 minutes before I get so hangry that I just start screaming. I put them to bed and I have then I'm convincing my husband to can we have dinner at least tonight together? And then we go our separate ways. I go and watch Game of Thrones or I play Mahjong on my iPad for at least 30 minutes. And then I go and do the work that I didn't have time for during the day. And then I fall the fuck asleep until my kid comes back in my bed. And we do that over and over and
This
over.
is a dating and relationship podcast.
Yeah.
I think that will make people feel very seen and heard if they are in the similar position you. Also, it'll make people who are not in relationships and are hoping to get into one go, okay, good. I can wait a minute. I can
birth control.
Right. Okay. Everyone has their own stresses.
Yeah.
How do you date your husband while all of that is going on? I think that's I think it's an interest. I was thinking a lot. I'm like, what are we going to talk about? I want Aleen's going to be fantastic. I know that. But there's a dating show and you haven't dated since when?
I met Rusty, my husband, who I know you guys chat about Penn State.
I know Rusty.
He didn't go to Penn State.
He's a Penn State fan.
But he loves Penn State.
Rusty's a great guy. Yeah. I remember when you guys got together.
Yeah.
I remember when you started dating each other. But I mean, to me, almost feels like yesterday. I remember you kind of were the first domino in the Betches ladies finding love.
Yeah, yeah.
And you kind of led the way.
Yeah. So I met Rusty on JDate.
Okay.
In 2014. And when I say JDate, I mean on a desktop computer.
Okay. So
I was typing my messages.
Let me tell the Gen Zs about a desktop. Now, back in our day, you'd go down to the computer room and you'd go, get off the second line, Mom. And then you'd hear,
I thankfully lived alone at that point.
So you didn't have a computer room?
I did not, but I did. I was on a laptop because dating apps, I mean, there was Tinder and everybody remembers that. There was Coffee Meets Bagels and whatever. But I was on JDate. My grandma was guilting me. We know Jewish guilt to our core. You need to find a Jewish guy, blah, 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 blah. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll go on this fucking JDate.
Was she paying for it?
No.
Okay.
No,
so
but
that happens.
Debatable if Rusty's mom was paying for his.
Okay.
So I went on it. I met a bunch of different people. I was also dating a good amount. And then we went on a date and we went to high school together.
So, this is
So I know him.
Well, this is a very relatable, this is like a relatable dating thing where you meet someone on a dating app that you have some familiarity with. And it moves quicker because you guys share the same street signs, teachers, high schools. You have a lot of commonalities. So this is also, it can go in one or two directions. It makes it go. It's kind of like a COVID relationship. It goes even quicker towards everything, but then also towards breakups too, because we kind of run out of steam because we're done with all these commonalities, and then we end up hooking up, and then it was all for that, not for something serious.
I remember specifically that weekend, I went on a date Thursday night, Friday night, and he was my Saturday night date, and I did not want to go, although I was excited, and he didn't really want to go also, he told me later, but he was also kind of excited, so we both kind of reluctantly showed up, and then we had a great time, and I didn't go on it. From what I believe, we've been dating each other exclusively since then, unless that bastard went on dates with other people.
Okay.
But
maybe he had one or two more. But who cares?
I don't fucking want to know.
Yeah, we don't want to know.
So we've been together since then. And that was 2014. So 12 years this year.
So how long have you been married?
Since 2019. So that's 6, 7. Guys, math me. I don't know.
7 years.
7 years this year.
But how do
I date him?
How do you date him? How do you keep it up? Do you have strategies? Are there touch bases? Do you have a thing? No, there's no plan here?
No, we don't.
You're just
plan
keep
things.
it going? Well,
yes.
Okay.
Everyone's do business meetings, do monthly meetings. I'm I can't. I have enough of that here. I don't have the brain capacity to also add structure, any healthy structure to my personal life.
Sure, but I'm sure there's people in long-term relationships who are just looking for some sort of strategy.
I know, I'm happy to share.
Yeah.
So we'll sometimes be oh, hey, we haven't seen each other on a real date night in a while. So we'll just kind of book it on a whim and one of us will just take it. It's not, and I think if one of us has been doing it many times in a row, it'll just be, then I'll call him out or he'll call me out and then the other one will do it. So we just went on a really fun date night. We were let's do something. We haven't done anything in a while.
How does that come up? So let's do something we haven't done anything in a while. Give me that moment.
Either via text or during the day or at dinner. If we'll sit and eat dinner together, either in silence or we'll ask each other about their days or we'll bitch about something or watch a show.
So then someone says,
we'll just be
what do we do? We got to do something.
We got to do something. Yeah, there's no standing date night because it's tough. We both go out for work, for work drinks and stuff. So I don't want to miss so many bedtimes with my kids.
But, it's funny because we get emails here where it's they never do this person. We get people that paint people as the guy who doesn't make a plan. Oh. Or, a lot of times I'm saying, but this sounds like a lot of empathy and negotiation. Because the idea that you're hey, we haven't done something, but you're not vilifying.
No, because we both work we both have really intense jobs.
Right.
And we both have the same values. We love our family. We love our kids. We want to spend time with them. But we also really love each other. We know that like we kind of come last together, but we're both not like yelling at each other about that. I mean, don't get me wrong. We fight like animals, me personally. But I've done a lot of work. Anyway, so most recently I think I texted him. He was like, let's go to this, it's dinner. Let's go to this hotel and we'll stay overnight and do something fun. I'm like, okay, that sounds fun.
Okay.
I'm like, I got a gift card for the holidays to like Air Ancient Baths. I'm like, what if we do that in the morning? It's like, that sounds great.
You know, it's funny because it's like, you know, when married people hear dating, you know, single people problems, you know, it's hard for them to relate because like even you're saying, I got a coupon.
Yeah. No,
you know,
it wasn't a coupon. It was a gift card.
Oh, a gift card. Well, but if someone's like
to a couple's massage at a fancy bathhouse.
Well, that's the thing about dating is like if you said that, you know, if a woman went on a date with a guy, he's like used a gift card to pay for it. She might be like, well, he used a gift card. It was kind of like tacky, but then he's like, it's at a fancy hotel, at a couple's massage. But you're like, well, that comes when you're 6 years, 7 years in.
Yeah, maybe. No, I mean, because it's both our joint money and we're saving it together.
Right. Okay, so you go for
we did that.
So you did that. Where does the kid go? Who takes care of the kid?
We have a nanny, or we had, was it my nanny or my mom? I don't remember. Somebody watched the kids.
Some stranger they found in an alley.
Our neighbor. I don't fucking know.
Who cares?
So, and we did that, and we went to dinner. Oh, and then I got tickets to see this like this masquerade thing. It's like an immersive Phantom of the Opera experience.
Okay.
And it was just really fucking fun. And also, we compromised because both of us could not do it towards Valentine's Day, and neither of us really give a flying fuck about Valentine's Day.
Can't do Valentine's Day. This is our Valentine's Day.
Yeah, and we're like, let's hang out. This is a moment. And that was it. We both had such a good time. And we had quality time. I think the only way to really date each other is like your kids need to be somewhere else. Like I can't like look at him romantically if our children are in the room. Like I'm like very affectionate and I'll just like yell at him if he's not being affectionate. It always works so well. And
be affectionate now.
I'll be like, I need love.
Yeah.
You know, we touch base, but it's like the real date happens when we are like, we need to leave. We need to exit our home. We need to go somewhere. It doesn't have to be overnight.
But I like this because I think what I'm hearing, you know, I hear what I hear.
Interpret. What do you hear?
This is my Rosetta Stone, is that it's not about how you get to the date, it's getting to the date.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, when they're single, lose that. When they're 3 months in and they're not sure of things, lose that.
Yeah.
It's like the texting is off. And I do agree with all these things, all these little like side adventures and issues and problems of like, we don't, you know, but it's like, get to the date, you know, because what you're saying is like, get the kids out of there and just get to a place where we can be together.
Yeah.
All the rest will fall into place as it does.
And sometimes it's not perfect because you can also like, I'll be in a mood or he'll be in a mood from work and we're not like on the same page and it's just whatever. You know, it's like what I've learned over these 12 years is like expectations kill relationships and intimacy and closeness. Like when you just expect something to be like this and it never meets it, then it ruins it. If your expectations are like, let's just be together, I don't give a shit what it's like.
Are you a type A?
Extremely.
How do you do that as a type A?
Growth.
Right. Well, the type A personality, what you're saying is so
it's
type
hard.
B.
No, I
right?
know.
Like that's because I'm hearing this. I'm like, just let it happen. We get on the date. What's the work? Is there something?
Work. You keep learning. You keep reminding yourself that every time you do the high expectation thing, it never goes. You're never happy. So what needs to change? Not somebody else, but you and your expectations.
Like that's a lesson for life. Like, listen, I have that with like things in work where I can dream of how I see it going, and the minute I get into that zone, it's like nothing's ever going to go the way you imagine it.
Never.
Well, We're happy
Gotta
to
let
have you
go.
here, Aleen.
I appreciate it. On my JDate profile, I wrote, and I liked dating, I have to say. I had so much fun. On my JDate profile, and this is what hooked people in every single time.
Okay, here we go.
This is what it said.
This is the annoying married person
I
giving
need
you
to
the
tell
advice.
you. No.
Okay, give it to us.
No, I'm not giving advice.
No, this is do this.
I'm telling you,
Okay.
this is what worked for me. I wrote, define your perfect date. It just said, epic makeout sesh. And that
Really?
Yes. And
Epic makeout
And then it
sesh.
got a bunch of guys, and I got to like filter who I wanted to hang out with.
I love it. I'm
you.
a huge fan of writing epic makeout sesh to define your future date because you know what it is?
It's fun.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
And also, you're playing to what men like.
Right.
Which is casual.
Exactly.
Which is fun, casual. If we make out, that's a win. If we don't, it didn't go that well.
And it's slightly funny because sesh, it was strategic.
Sesh is funny. And it also, sesh isn't, a French kiss that we will desire forever is different than epic makeout sesh.
Yeah.
Is like, it's like, we had an epic makeout sesh.
Yeah.
It was like crazy. It takes the
Edge
air
off.
out of it, the edge off. I like it.
And it gave me like control there because
Because now the men are eating the cheese and now you can see who to trap.
Pick. Yes, exactly.
I like it.
And I trapped Rusty.
Everyone go follow. And now Rusty's trapped forever. 2 kids in the suburbs.
No, he loves it.
I feel like I will say,
he
does scream Phil Dunphy,
does.
energy, probably, he seems like dad energy.
He loves it. He wants to like coach football.
I hope he doesn't see that as a negative.
No, he loves
I think
that.
That's how I would describe him in the little bit that I know him.
Yep, 100%.
Let's do some emails. We're gonna start with a red flag deal breaker.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
I just love this because this is like married people on the couch having a discussion.
Okay.
And this is something I could see.
Are you and I married in this? What are we talking about?
I guess we're married, but I'm saying the person who wrote in, you can feel this is like, let me see what the podcast thinks. So we wanted to start with this one. Red flag or deal breaker, which is the game that is sweeping the nation. You are dating someone, you do one thing. You're dating someone, they do one thing. You either red flag, I notice it, but we're gonna keep going, or it's a deal breaker. I gotta end it sight unseen. Ready?
Yes.
Hi, JJ and A. My husband and I were talking about the Oscar movies we need to watch before the award show this weekend. I joked with my husband and just told him I would have no choice but to file for divorce if he won an award and didn't thank me in his speech. So red flag or deal breaker, your significant other wins an Oscar and doesn't thank you in their acceptance speech.
I mean, how significant is this other?
Rusty wins an award for
This
Dad
man.
of the Year. He goes up on stage at the Long Island Dad Awards.
This
and
man
he goes,
is not just divorced.
God.
He is done. He's dead to me. He is over. There is not an award in sight after that.
Okay, well let me ask you this. Is there a way that he could not thank you?
If he's just like verklempt and he just completely loses his mind and he gets really nervous, that's the way.
You'd be okay with that?
I'd be like, okay, I get it. Like I understand. You get nervous.
He's nervous and he goes up and he goes, I want to thank my agent.
If he thanks his
I want to thank
mom
my
and he doesn't
nanny
thank
and my
me.
mom, and then leaves you out.
Yeah, that would be uncomfy.
What would you say to him?
I'd say, that's all I'd say.
It'd be one facial expression.
I'd be like, are you fucking kidding me? That's what I would say. And he'd be like, what? And I'd say, you didn't say me. He'd be like, oh shit.
It is one of those things where if I won an award like an Oscar,
yeah,
and
you
I'm
better
married,
be thanking me.
Well, I want to be like the cap off of the night is getting laid with the award next to the bed.
Sure.
So I want to do everything I can to preserve the bang.
Right.
So like the idea that someone would forget their wife.
No, it's crazy.
If I was in the crowd, my wife wins an Oscar, I would be okay with them not thanking me.
Why?
You either I want the whole speech about me.
Okay.
If you're going to thank me, I don't want to be included with an agent.
Yeah.
I want to thank my agent, their assistant, and my husband.
But what if you get like and finally, I want to say thank you so much to Jared, my sweet, sweet, sweet husband for constantly supporting me and calling me
Sweet, sweet, sweet husband. You make me sound like I'm the dog.
You are a dog.
You're a companion. You're
that's
always
okay,
good.
I
You're a
have to
good
say,
boy.
They say the best husbands are the Labrador, what are they called? Golden Retrievers. Why do I keep calling them Labradors? I did this yesterday.
Here's the acceptance speeches I'll accept.
Okay. Oh, God. He came with notes.
I came with notes.
Okay.
Okay. Here's the acceptance speech.
This is
okay.
for you.
You go on stage.
Yeah.
You win the award. I want to thank the only person in my life that matters. My husband has been there through thick and thin, supported me when it seemed that when I was at my worst. And without him, I would not be here today holding this award. All the other people in my life pale in comparison to how great he is and how wonderfully he makes me come on a nightly basis.
He preserved the bang.
Right.
Yeah.
Now I'm going down on her like fucking crazy. Now I'm the golden retriever. I'm slopping her up. Okay? Here are the ways you could not thank me.
Okay,
you
let's
ready?
hear. I can't wait.
If my wife went on stage and did a message to all the haters,
Yeah.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah, okay.
Just went on a revenge tour. Let me tell you how I think of you. All the people that doubted me. Like if they went on a WWE style heel speech,
Sure.
I'm okay with not being thanked.
Yeah.
If they
Suck it.
Right. End it with a suck it.
Yeah.
You didn't believe in me, so you can go suck it.
Yeah.
I would be like, kind of turned on. I'm still golden retrievering.
Okay.
I'm still slopping them up. Okay. You brought up the dog. Okay.
You brought up the slopping.
So if they did a thank you to a dead relative, I'd be okay with not being thanked.
Okay.
I think you can leave me out of the thank you speech.
Okay.
If it's all about Meemaw and how Meemaw used to play piano with me,
Yeah.
and for that reason,
Right.
I won this award,
You don't need to be there.
I'm okay to be left out of the Meemaw speech.
Are you still?
I'm still slopping her up.
Okay.
I'll slop her up, and I will look to the sky and think of Meemaw while doing it.
God.
If they thank a teacher who believed in them,
Okay.
I'm okay with being left out of the speech.
You're still okay.
Still slopping them up, still so totally cool.
Okay.
Because if it's a teacher that believed in them, I've never been believed in by anyone. So the idea
I
of
believed in you.
You did, except the betches.
Okay.
Except for Aleen, Sammy, and
believed
Jordana.
in Jared.
They're the only ones who believed in me. So I would thank you guys. If I thanked you guys and didn't thank my wife, I think my wife would understand, like, this is a betches only speech.
Yeah.
I get it. I would get it. Teacher who believed in me, like, I'd be like, this is a movie. Like, how could I? No, don't bring me up. I didn't believe in you that much. The teacher believed in you. If they thanked a celebrity who recently passed that inspired them, I would understand being left out of that speech.
Okay. There's a lot of, exceptions.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Well, listen,
okay.
we were wondering, could they red flag a deal breaker? It's only a deal breaker if I'm not included with this
I see, okay.
huge list of Santa's
agents.
presents.
Yeah.
That I'm like, faceless, right? Also, the last one, they could leave me out if they thank the troops.
Okay.
If they go into thanking the troops. Okay, I don't want
Jared.
and Jared and my husband
My
Jared.
sweet boy.
I want to thank the troops, the people that protect me every day. Also, my big wuss of a husband who wasn't man enough to enlist. Like, I don't want to be involved in that speech.
I agree.
Get me out of there.
I
So
agree.
that is what it is.
Rusty's still dead though if he doesn't thank me.
So none of those would Rusty be able to get away with it if he thanked the troops and Aleen?
No, I think that he's not winning an Oscar.
Okay. Who do you want to win an Oscar? Let's do a little bit of Oscar preview. Best Picture is Begonia. Don't know that one. F1. I watched 10 minutes. Frankenstein.
F1's not winning.
Not winning.
Not
Frankenstein. Have you watched Frankenstein? Well, that's like
I saw
the
that.
Gen Z Jacob Elroy.
Yeah, Elordi, yeah.
Elordi. Hamnet. I heard that one's good. Marty Supreme.
Not winning.
I watched nothing. One battle after another. These are all on the Delta flight. I should be watching these.
I know. By the way, I got Diamond too.
Did you?
Yes.
Whoa.
We can go
okay.
together.
Here you go. Make your speech.
I can't. I wish Delta was also a partner of ours, but that's all. I'll thank them when that happens.
Listen, if Delta became a partner of this podcast, I would literally
I'm
melt
trying
in
to
this
make
chair.
that happen.
Can you make
for
that?
us.
Make it happen for us. Because also, I'm getting like a burpee as I talk about
He's just
this.
so nervous.
I'm so annoyed at them right now.
Why?
Well, the diamond status, again, as you mentioned, expectations you have this expectation. I was sitting across the aisle from a guy who was awarded a gift for getting 2 million miles.
Okay.
Do you know how many miles is 2 million? Like, it is a lot of flying.
Yeah.
I'll maybe get to 1 million by the end of this year, and I've been flying heavy for like your whole marriage. So like
I know.
7 years.
So
that means that guy has been flying as heavy as me for 14 years or twice as heavy as me for 7 years.
Yeah, yeah.
So like, and he was in Delta Comfort. If I get my 2 millionth mile.
Yeah, in Delta Comfort.
Don't announce it
if
I'm in Delta Comfort, or put me in first class.
Right,
Like,
if you're going to announce it.
If you're going to announce it.
Right.
I was like kind of distraught.
Yeah, not great. But
congratulations on Diamond. I'm the worst person ever. I like tell you the worst story about them. You're going to love it. It's a great way to live. They're going to send you the luggage tags, which is fun. I put it on every
I got it
bag.
a while ago, but
Wow, okay.
But no, I didn't get any luggage tags.
No?
You know what's interesting about Delta?
Go for it.
You get Diamond, but you can't unless like I flew to Vegas a couple times.
Yeah.
And they don't have Delta One.
No,
you have, but you still don't have access to the lounge. You don't have access.
That's a good point.
You don't have access to Delta One lounge.
So
which
the Delta
is
One lounge is only for Delta One flyers, which is the lay down seat that exists in their international, also New York to LA flights. But there is a chance you get Delta One on a random flight to Seattle, and now you're in that lounge. It is weird that you.
But they don't have Delta One. Like it's not an option. You can't buy Delta One. This is Luxury Lounge right now.
Yes, this is Luxury
We're just taking a little quick break, guys. Commercial break for Luxury Lounge.
Yeah.
But also, you can't get into the regular lounge unless you have like Amex or Chiefs Reserve.
Yeah, because they've started limiting who gets into that
so
lounge.
Like, what the fuck's the point?
So you have no lounge access for a first class flight to Vegas?
Yep. But I have an Amex, so I used it, or Reserve, whatever, gets you access. But I was like, I literally went up I was just like, what's the point?
No, I think that's the hardest part about working for an airline is you do get asked. I would assume that anyone who works for Delta gets asked these existential questions.
Right, exactly.
Like, if this is possible and that's possible, then how am I not driving the plane? And they're like, and then someone
I knew it was rhetorical.
Nice to you, right?
I knew it was rhetorical. I was just like, but what is the point? They're like,
what's the point to any of this? Maybe we should all kill ourselves. Well,
anyway. Okay. So
will
I don't know
Timothée
how
Chalamet
we got
thank
there.
his girlfriend Kylie Jenner?
His partner.
Partner. Is that?
He says partner.
Okay.
Yes.
How do you feel about saying partner? Do you say partner with Rusty?
No, I say husband, but I think they say partner. I talked about this with Sammy on another show. We were
you can mention the other show here.
Oh.
We're on the same network.
I forget what it's called. At Betches. Sometimes I forget my own name. I'm just so nervous.
It wasn't the Vial files.
No, it wasn't. I do. I forget everything.
You have a vested interest in this show and that show.
Guys,
You know
don't
that,
check
right,
out
Aleen?
that show.
Okay.
What was I talking about?
So the partner thing.
He says that because he's a tad pretentious. But besides that, I think
you find Timothée Chalamet pretentious?
That's his main reputation.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know. You know, it's funny what makes it into like.
I love him though.
I like that he seems like he's going for it.
Oh yeah.
Like he is
no
shame, but he's very Gen Z in that way. I think Gen Z, and you might see this
he's good though.
He's good at what he does, but then talks the game as someone who's good at what he does. Like I think Gen Z is like very much get the bag generation.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I am not holding back on any of this. There's no class, there's no nothing. Give it to me now. I deserve it. Is that what you're seeing from Gen Z when they apply for jobs?
I'm not going to speak to that because Gen Z, please keep applying. But
what are they like? As a person who's dealing with Gen Z, because I don't talk to Gen Z. I'm not going to talk to them.
Okay, good.
I'll talk to them through this medium, through a podcast.
Great.
I hope they listen. But
you inspire Gen Z.
I would love to be. I don't want to inspire anyone. I want maybe I'm a warning. So
you're a walking red flag.
I am walking red flag. You can pre-order the book. It is in pre-order.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you very much.
Not in a way that you hate when people say.
No. I took that as a true happy
genuinely.
for me. Thank you. The book is like the feedback. I want you to read it.
I'm going to.
I've gotten some really amazing feedback. Everyone says it's funny, which is like the greatest compliment of all.
Obviously.
Women specifically have been telling me that have read it. They're like, they keep saying it will be so helpful for women to read.
Well, I can't read. I can't wait to read it.
That's like a special
Where's my
feeling.
galley?
I got you a galley.
Okay,
We'll
yeah.
get you one. But for those who aren't Aleen, you can pre-order it now. I want to make the New York Times bestseller list.
You're going to.
Thank you. I'm going to manifest because my dad, when I told him, I was like, I could make the New York Times bestseller list. He goes, he literally choked. He goes, I was like, it was way more choke than scoff.
Your parent content is my favorite.
It doesn't. Well, the new special that's coming out that I made with Betches is all about my parents.
I can't wait. I want to spend time with your mom.
People say that, and then
no, I do.
I don't know
equipped.
if they want that. You ready?
I'm equipped.
You've dealt with a.
I'm fully aware, and I've met her.
You've met her. She loves the Betches. She goes
I want to go to dinner.
And on.
I want to go to dinner.
We should do a dinner next time. They'll never come to New York. You got to go to Florida.
Okay, I'm going in March.
Okay, so we'll connect.
Anyway,
okay.
What are we talking about? Who's going to win?
We're talking about Timothée Chalamet. Do you think Timothée Chalamet thanks Kendall Jenner?
Kylie and yes, he's going to thank her.
What's his name? Thanks. What's her face?
If he wins for Best Actor, which I think he's going to, I think he's going to thank his partner because Kylie, and the reason, we were talking about this, our tangents are terrible and it's mostly my fault.
That's okay.
It's because she has kids and I think girlfriend sounds a little too like, bleh.
Ooh.
That's our theory, mine and Sammy's on the @Betches podcast. That's our theory that like he just is making it seem a little bit more serious than girlfriend.
That is way more mature than I was at that age.
He's very mature. He's
hey,
mature.
so some bitch I fuck.
Yeah.
That hottie?
The big old titties.
I didn't say that. Okay.
I love them together though.
You do?
I fucking love them.
He actually they
feel like it's real.
Well, them together kind of annoys me.
Why?
Because he does have the look that Gen Z younger women seem to like these days.
Okay.
This like unoffensive, I could maybe beat him up type of man.
Okay.
And I think that is like so different than what I was brought
up
on.
Though. They love Gen Z loves like Connor Story.
But Connor Story's long and lean. I'm saying
he's jacked. No?
I'm not saying he's not jacked, but he's long and lean. Like I don't think Connor Story didn't cut weight to look like that. He put on weight to look like that. I am a body connoisseur when it comes to men.
Okay.
Men my generation, we like The Rock.
Okay.
You know, The Rock, Vin Diesel.
Fine.
We like these.
Fine.
Like, Stallone.
You're right.
Do you know what I mean? Like these are all like
it's Harry Styles vibes.
Right. And I'm not saying I'm not mad at the men or the women. I'm just more like, oh, time has passed me by. You know, like the man that I want to be with, the man that I emulated was not the one that got chicks when I was growing up was like, not David Bowie. Okay. Right. It wasn't, it wasn't Sting, even though Sting and Prince, I did understand their sexuality being coveted by women. Yeah. But I was like, that's because they play the guitar. Now any Jim or Joe who looks like the body type of Sting.
I don't know. Justin Timberlake was never that jacked, and he was like head of NSYNC.
That's fair.
Nick, what's his face? Carter.
Nick Carter, but that was always a tight. I don't know. Yeah,
they're always boy bands are like
you're right.
Thin and lean.
I guess you bring up a fair point.
Okay, I don't mean to shut it down.
No, that's
you're
okay.
Right.
Shut it down.
Okay.
Listen, when I'm wrong,
I'm wrong.
I'm wrong. Let's do some dating advice. You ready?
Yeah.
UUP@Betches.com. JJ and A. I've been dating my boyfriend for about a year. Everything is going great. We get along so well, and I'm so lucky that we found each other. Boy, what a wedding speech. It's truly one of the happiest years of our lives, as we are connected and aligned on values and humor. There's been a tiny red flag. His mom. Uh-oh. That's not a tiny red flag.
No. I'm really excited for this email, though.
About 4 months in, I started to notice a few things that make me wonder if he's enmeshed with her. He calls her often, takes her advice on how to decorate his home, seems very concerned about keeping the peace with her. He also defends her strongly. For example, when I suggested a small change to his apartment, he immediately said, "Mom helped pick this out. I'm not changing it." I hate when people say, "Mom helped pick this out." No, it's my mom.
Yeah. You don't have a family crest.
Yeah.
Like,
Mommy, help pick me. Yeah, no, fuck that. Now his mom is coming into town to visit next week. I've heard from a mutual friend that his last relationship didn't go well because his mom and his ex didn't get along. He felt that if there was tension with the family, it would be hard to have a successful marriage. Now I'm feeling nervous about two things: meeting her and hoping she likes me, and also whether I see a long-term relationship with someone who seems to put his mom first. I don't think I could ever be the partner who competes with his mom for influence or closeness. Has anyone else dealt with this? Yeah, everyone since the beginning of time.
Literally.
How do you know? How do you know when someone is truly enmeshed versus just close with their mom? Would love your thoughts, Aleen.
I love this.
There are some YouTube commenters who say that I'm enmeshed with my mom.
Okay.
And
do you know what that means?
I honestly, it's one of those words. I don't think they know what it means.
Okay.
To be honest, like I think it's one of those words that's become in vogue. I think it's like
I could take a guess, but what like enmeshed means, I don't know if this applies to you.
Do we want to look this up so we can get like a? But
Let's get a real. Okay, my interpretation of when people say like people are enmeshed with someone, but specifically their moms, it's like when you value we were talking about this, value their opinions more than like your own opinions, where they're in your head, sometimes good, but sometimes for the bad, and then you go that way. Like you're not on. You're still kind of a child in the relationship of mom and
you
son.
have no self
determination in a way.
So here's a definition. Enmeshed means being in a relationship where boundaries are blurred and people are overly emotionally intertwined, often losing a sense of independence.
Yeah, that's kind of what I said.
That's interesting.
So it's like in this example, I would say he's enmeshed because like the fact that he said mom helped pick this out, I'm not changing it. It wasn't like, what do you think?
Right. Well,
it's not like, and I kind of like it too.
Well, let me give some empathy to him as the enmeshed one here.
Yeah.
I would say if I was 1 year in with someone that I wasn't like sure of, they're not going to have the same say in my life as my mom, who I am positive will be my mom 10 years from now.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I think it's hard to determine someone's enmeshed when you're not someone that's
fair.
The most important person in their life, or they're deciding whether this relationship is something that's their priority. So I can understand why like someone who's had a relationship end after a year and a half with someone who they were close with their mom, they're like, well, they're enmeshed. So it's like, well, you didn't really have, an investment, and you weren't, part of the board of his life. Like if you think of your life as like you have board members, I have my C-suite.
Yeah.
I have my mom, I have my dad, I have, and then you would, a seat is open for my future wife. Mm-hmm. I kind of think of it that way more than I would think of.
Sure.
And then maybe my future wife becomes, supersedes the other two because I've found a more appropriate place for me to get feedback from.
Right.
I don't know.
I think the key to that example is that you are part of that board meeting and you are the CEO of that room. And regardless of what, and in board members, they're there to offer advice, but they're not there to drive your decisions. So that's really the biggest difference between enmeshed and like close with. It's like if my mom tells me something, I don't go immediately do it because then mom's CEO.
Right. And here's the other thing. Like I was on the phone with my dad before I got here.
Yeah.
I'm going to hire a PR person.
Oh, okay.
Okay, thanks. That was a judgy. How do you feel,
I'm excited
Aleen?
about that.
Well,
that's good.
I think it's worthworthwhile right now.
Sorry, I just put my business hat on immediately.
Is that how you talk to your employees, Aleen?
Oh, okay. No, it's more like, tell me more.
Well, the plan was because I have the book coming out in June and then the special coming out in September. I was like, if I'm going to invest money, and for those that don't know, PR is a lot of money. And it's an investment in yourself.
There's a lot of bad PR people.
That's the other thing. And it's a lot of money that you don't know will, the chances of it paying off are kind of, you have to convince yourself that it paid off sometimes. You have to
do a lot of work for it to pay off.
Right. So that being the case, my dad's saying to me, telling me that I should, how I should pay for it and giving his advice. And I hear him and I go, okay. And I say yes to him. I go, I hear you and I will do that.
Okay, yeah.
Will I do that? I don't know. I took it under advisement.
Sure, yeah.
But I was like, I hear what he's saying. I hear why he's saying it.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to sit there, like, something I noticed in her email, and I would love to hear your point of view on. And it comes to, with my dad or my mom, I would say yes to them, and then I would think about it.
Yeah.
I don't say yes and then go act on that yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to think about it, but I'm going to get them to shut the fuck up first.
Exactly.
So when
you say yes to placate them, not to like agree.
Right. And then I'll put it on, and not that I don't value the opinion, but let me say yes, and then
it's how you manage them.
Right. So, but when she says he calls her often, takes her advice on how to decorate his home, and seems very concerned about keeping the peace with her. See, his concern about keeping the peace with his mom, to me, is very male based on my experience with this show.
Yeah.
A lot of the women that I've dated, it seems normal for them to have it out with a mom. Like, even their own mom. Like, mothers and daughters, I've witnessed those fights, and I've been like, I can't believe it. Even a lot of women that write in, friend breakups. I would never have a friend breakup. It seems that there is some sort of, it seems that, like, for women, that these types of interactions and these types of arguments with parents in their lives are more normal than it seems that for the men. Good or bad.
Yeah.
Because that might be just communicating. But I'm just saying, when I say that is outside, I am going to say, yup, you're exactly right, Dad. And then I'm going to go and make my own decision based on that.
Well, yeah.
But it does seem like, how do you handle, do you see that from Rusty?
Yeah.
Do you see that your husband and his mom, he's a keep the peace? Does he resemble that? Does he, and do you have moments where you're like, I got to handle her differently or than I would handle my own mom? Because my own mom, I can be like, Mom, go fuck yourself. I don't know.
No,
Obviously you would never
say that to my mom.
But I'm saying the way you would. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it just depends on like what you value and like whether or not you want to maintain a relationship with your parents or not. Like some people like have that as an option for them, and they say like I'd rather create boundaries and I don't want them in my life. So I'm willing to like sort of say everything and da 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 da. I think like everybody is like, it's on a spectrum of what they're willing to take from their parents or not based on what they value, if they want the closeness or not, whatever it is. In this example, it seems like the mom has a big personality, right?
Sure.
Just even
based on, it does feel like based on this email, King Kong is rumbling towards this home, and you can hear the footsteps in the background. Yeah,
my mom is a strong-willed woman. She's from the Soviet Union.
Okay,
and she's a doctor, so God complex, and she is opinionated, and I love her to death. And then also Rusty's mom. She's a mom of 3 boys, and she's the only woman like. She's the matriarch of the family.
That's a big thing.
It's a big thing.
Only woman never been challenged by another woman.
Correct. But I found it extremely important to like, I love Rusty and I wanted to be like, to keep the peace. I didn't want to like ruffle feathers. I know that his relationship with her was really important. He's very family oriented and that's what I like about him.
Right.
And therefore, if there was like, something like this, I don't know about like, Mom, help pick this out. I'm not changing it. I'd be like, all right, well, I'm not touching that.
Right.
But I don't think that I would like make a big stink about anything unless it's so big.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So I get that. I think like everybody just has like a different amount of shit meter of like how much they're willing to take from their parents. Like you want to keep the peace with your parents because they're very opinionated.
Right.
And like, I'm not dealing with this right now. I don't have
it's not worth
I'm
dealing
gonna say
with
yes.
because they also don't care.
Right. And it's just their personality. You're not going to change their personality. And what is more important to you is having your relationship with them over arguing with them in this one. You're picking your battles.
Right.
And I think that is what life is dealing with personalities.
You said Rusty being one of 3 boys.
Yeah.
How'd you play it with his mom?
Well, I think
first meeting. Well, you knew her from kind of like growing up.
She's a mom from my town, so I kind of get it. So I knew what to expect.
Okay.
And I played it like I'm just the nice girlfriend, which I am most times. Right. Unless you don't thank me in your Oscar speech.
Right. Do you have a moment? What was the first moment you guys had any headbutting?
I can't remember. I really can't. We've definitely had our fair share. I just can't remember. And if we do, I just will say like, I'll say it in a very non-confrontational way. Not because I'm not non-confrontational. It's just not worth it to me.
What's something that's important to her?
If there's spending time with her sons
and the grandkids,
our grandchildren.
Okay, so it's a holiday. Your mom wants you to come over to her house. She wants the boys to come over to her house. How would you handle that?
She wins.
She wins.
It's not worth it to me.
Right. So you would say to your mom.
Well, I'm lucky.
Shut up about
my mom doesn't. My mom doesn't. I have a very small family on my side, and my parents are divorced, and so and his mom always includes my family.
Okay, so
it's her thing. That's what she values. She values Thanksgiving, and I'm like, that is yours. Like, I will not touch it. I told her, I was like, I'll call it when you no longer want to host, but you tell me when that I can do that. It's very much like I know it's important to her again, and I just value that.
Does Rusty's brothers, are they married?
Yeah, everybody's married.
And do you get along with the other wives?
Very much. And
how do they have differing levels of handling?
Everybody is their own person.
So they're like, they're realizing they know the same thing about the mom too. That she wants to be with her boys. And she's vocal about that. And I think that we all that's what we signed up for. I think, but that's also like part of the appeal of Rusty he's very much like when you see him on his own. One of the things I noticed was like when he's on his own, he's like Rusty. And then like when you see him with his brothers and his family, like, oh, this is a puzzle that just came together. This is I think this is something that I've tried to say.
Yeah.
Is like, I think families are like a bunch of pieces of gum that have been smushed together. And however they get
Mine's
smushed,
not like that, though.
Not like that. No. I think this is like a lot boys in a family.
It depends on like the culture of your family. I don't mean like your culture, but like the culture of the way you grew up and the way that they spend time.
Right. I have girls that are like, your parents, like, they're like, they give you shit at every turn. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, that's kind of how it is. I give them shit where I can. But I'm not like walking in like, it isn't Jared the performer walking in.
Right.
I'm very much, way more laid back on that.
Yeah.
And no, it's hard to, I think you got to value the way it came together if it works. If it doesn't work, and this can go in unhealthy directions.
Totally.
Yeah, that's a different thing. So let's play a game.
Okay.
Mama drama game. Negotiate or nope. So that means your mother-in-law wants to do something.
Okay.
Do you negotiate it or do you just walk away? Nope. I'll let this be.
I'll let this go. Okay.
Okay.
So you're negotiating if you you
engage in this.
You engage and you're like, all right, I'm standing my ground for
right.
this. And
do
nope
you stand
is like,
your ground or do you walk away?
Got it.
So it's Christmas time. It's the holiday time. You love to throw the holidays.
Oh, I do.
Your mother-in-law also loves to throw the holidays. Do you negotiate or do you fold it up?
Depends how big my family is. I would, if it's really important to me, I'll negotiate. But I don't give a shit, so I would say no.
She posts photos of your child after you've said no social media, saying, "But I only have 50 friends on Instagram."
I'm not negotiating. I'm saying, take it down.
Take it down.
Yeah.
That's my child. No way.
That's my child. No way. Actually, no, I wouldn't do it. I'd go tell my husband because this is his mom to go and take it down. This is not my battle to fight.
Right. Okay, well that's a good way to go. So you're going to negotiate through your intermediary.
And if he doesn't do it,
he's in trouble. She calls my husband every day, even on vacations.
Okay, Jared. It's fine.
That's why right? I don't think that's a big deal.
But yeah, it's just what do you, okay, they're close.
She asked to be in the room for marital arguments to mediate.
It's so fucking bad.
No,
that's a negotiate.
Negotiate. Gonna get her out.
Or kick her out of the room.
She excludes me from family photos, insisting on one with just her son, and the grandkids.
If there's also one with you in it, then fine. But if you're not in any, then negotiate.
This was something that they got on oversharing.
Yeah.
And I jaw dropped. It was like kind of a crazy.
But again, this is one of those things like I would expect my husband to be like, whoa.
Right.
What are you doing?
Well, that is funny that it's like, this isn't a mom fight. This is a husband fight.
Oh, it almost always has to be. Like, that's what I would say is like, I don't tarnish your personal relationship unless it's something that you speak with your husband about it and they're like, or your partner, and they're like, I just can't do it. Can you please do this for me? Then you'll go.
Is a husband not going to bat for you to their mom reason enough to go to like couples therapy, reason enough to end a relationship?
I don't know about end, but definitely first go to couples therapy.
She wants to be in the delivery room because it's her first grandbaby.
Well, my mom's an OBGYN and she was in the delivery room with me.
Did she deliver it?
Well, when I gave birth to my first child, it was like during COVID. And I was really scared. Mm-hmm. And she worked at that hospital. And I was like, can you please come and make sure we have like all the right nurses? And during that time, and I talked about this on Betches Moms when I did that podcast, I talked about my birth story. They were like really understaffed. And there was a point when my mom was like, there, no nurses, nobody was there. And she was the one, like, my husband was like, Rusty was holding me at the top. And she was like, push. It was real. And so in that moment, I was like, thank fucking God my mom is here. But if my mom wasn't an OBGYN, then no, I don't want them there.
Right. You can only be in the way.
Then I'm
She's
saying.
She's an added bonus.
She was an added bonus. It was like instead of a doula.
Right. Is that weird to have your mom in the room for?
I didn't think so because
I wouldn't think so.
Because she was a doctor.
Right.
And I was like, you're going to make, like, you have the highest standards. As I said, my mother is what she's like. She has high standards. So she'll make sure that everybody is in place.
Right. And, and
she'll be my advocate.
Right. And that's the thing. She's going to be the one.
Well, people hire people for that. That's what doulas are.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But
I thought doula was like a fun name for like a babysitter.
No, they're like your hospital advocate. Like they're there. They know what to expect. You don't if it's your first. So they're there to basically be like, this is normal, to explain shit to you, because when you're there, nobody explains anything to you. They're like, da, da, da. And you're like, I don't know.
Wow. I mean, you like bring in Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. All right, let's play a petty or prudent. You're okay. So petty or prudent, you end something with someone and then you do something.
Okay.
Is it petty or are you being prudent?
Okay.
Okay, you're going to read it.
Okay. Yay. Hey, J and J and A.
And A.
Feather. I'll jump right in. I'm 33, female. I live in a big city on the West Coast and have been going to a trail run club for the last 3 months. It's become one of my favorite parts of the weekend and I genuinely love it. I'm writing because my ex, 34 male, showed up at the Saturday morning run club this week. For context, we dated for 3 years, lived together, and broke up 6 months ago. The club has multiple runs each week, and I know he normally goes on Wednesdays. I was fine with that and assumed we'd respect each other's space. Apparently not. Afterward, I sent him a text and got a response that left me wondering, is he being petty or am I overreacting? On one hand, it felt like an intrusion, but on the other, he said he just wanted to join a run with people he knows and wasn't trying to start anything. Maybe he's being prudent, keeping up friendships and staying active rather than trying to meddle. Still, I ended up blocking his number after a weird string of texts where it felt like he was inserting himself back into my life. Was that overkill? A trail-loving batch who just wants to be left alone. Should we read the text?
Let's read the text. You be her, I'll be him.
Okay. Hey, I've been going to Run Club on Saturday for 3 months now. It's become a really fun/safe place for me, and I've made a lot of friends. It's one of my favorite parts of my week. I'd really appreciate it if you gave me this one. Thanks. It's like a divorce.
I mean,
who gets custody of the Run Club on Saturdays only?
I think, listen, 6 months she's been going for 6 months.
Yeah, it's
since the breakup. Hey, I've been running with Run Club since October and have a lot of friends there as well. I heard you started going Saturdays, so gave it to the 6-month mark so it'd be a bit easier to occupy the same space. I've consulted a lot of people, and unfortunately the trail running community is too small to split. But Run Club is big enough for both of us. I understand you're feeling uncomfortable, but it will get easier over time. Oy. I'm sorry, but that sounded very stern principal
No,
in a 1950s
I feel
movie.
like that's creepy thing to say. It will get easier over time.
Yeah. I don't like the sound of that.
I don't like
very bad guy in a movie. Like it's very like I said, like it feels very much like we're watching a black and white movie. And it's like, one day you'll understand, Missy, why the Run Club is totally right. Like that's the tone of it.
It's a little scary.
One day, little lady, you will understand why Run Club is fit for all of us to stay fit
Over time.
I don't like the tone at all.
I don't. And there's a different way to say it too. Like you can get that message through in a different way. And I think it shows a lot about him.
Also, I mean, okay, other weird text I got 2 weeks ago. Second text references a Saturday event. This was a park day hosted by mutual friends, not the Run Club. He did not warn me that he'd be showing up to the Run Club. And then this is his text. This is his weird text. Hey, no need to respond, but heard through the grapevine you're seeing someone new. Just wanted you to know that I know, so it isn't awkward if and when we cross paths. I'm going on Saturday. Might see you there. Hope you're doing well.
He hears a lot about her.
Yeah, I think...
He said it here and he said it in the first text message. I heard you started doing Saturdays. So I gave it to the 6-month mark. Like, this is a calculated dude.
He's being prudent about his pettiness. You know, isn't that... You know what I mean? Like, he is being... Like, that. You and I are hitting on the same thing.
Yeah.
Because when I see that he is consulting people without her... He could have very easily, or the more difficult path is the more correct path. The more difficult path is, hey, I'd really like to start going to the Run Club on Saturday. I wanted to talk with you. It's been 6 months.
Yeah.
Like his 6-month point is fine if made to her. I just want to see how you're feeling about it. I would be okay, but if you tell me that that's a space that you want for yourself, I'll have to deal with that and I'll find a different place to run or go on a different day.
Normal.
Because that's a difficult text for him to send. He took the easy route out, but he's saying it as if
he's made the executive decision that that she is comfortable. And if she's not, she will be, but this is where I'm going to be. And if ball's in your court, I would run from this.
Right.
Speaking of running, I would run from this person.
He doesn't have to ask her for permission.
I agree.
But it is
weird.
It's respectful to discuss this with her. Again, like you said, this feels like a divorce and they're sharing custody of the Run Club. When you break up with someone, you do share some custody of some weird things, like a Run Club, like maybe a dog, like the home that you guys shared, the places you go hang out, the bar you go to, your friend group. Those are things that do have to be divvied up. And to just say, it's my bat, my ball, I'm going to the Run Club. Like, I don't really...
It's clear he doesn't give a shit and it's petty, but then it seems it's very petty. It's very petty, but also like with a twinge of controlling man. Right.
Or I guess like it's funny he doesn't want to be controlled, so now he's controlling. Like it's weird.
Because then he's also like, she's seeing somebody new, but he's saying, don't worry, it's not weird for you.
Right.
Don't worry, it won't be weird. Like she's like, oh, well, clearly you just made it weird. So if I were her, I'd be like, all right, this is the decision I have to make. Either keep having to spend time with this man without, or just cut it.
I mean, I would write back to this message, hey, I'm going to still go on Saturdays. I would be less upset if you would text me before to discuss this, just because.
But he doesn't care about her feelings.
Well, that's the thing. If anything, this has been a show that like this text to me is like, you don't care about how I feel. And I do care about how you feel in a way that I would care about any ex that I've cared about.
Right.
And you just kind of railroaded me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the one thing to write. I do think he's being petty. This is annoying.
Agreed.
It's annoying because it's a fixable thing. When you write a text like that, you wrote that for a specific reason, to have no one answer you back.
It's also so weird. He goes, I've consulted a lot of people, and unfortunately, the trail running club community is too small to split. Like, what?
If that's the case, then you can talk to me about that.
Right.
Let's do another email.
Yeah.
Let's do an advice email. You ready?
Yes.
My husband and I have been married 5 years, have 2 kids, 3 and 7 months. 3 years old. I was going 3 months and 7 months.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, how did that happen? We have another twibbling on our hand. 3 years and 7 months. We're planning on a third. We both work full time. He's a senior product manager in tech, making about $180,000 with bonus. I'm a policy analyst for the state, making about $150K. I'm on track for a promotion to senior analyst next year. I've had exceeds expectation reviews. I'm leading 2 high visibility projects, and my director has been clear I'm being positioned for that next step. As for the child care, we have our children in daycare. Daycare for 2 kids is about $3,000 a month. With the third, it would be closer to $4,500. We could survive on one income, but it would mean scaling back in savings and lifestyle. The bigger issue isn't just math, it's philosophy. For the past month, my husband has been pushing that I should quit and stay home until the kids are in school. He frames it as the right thing to do. He believes kids are better off with a mom at home and that careers are replaceable, but these years aren't. He said, you'll never regret choosing family over work. What is he, the guy from the last text?
Literally.
What's hard is that he doesn't see my career as equally important. He says that it's just a season and I can always go back. But stepping off a promotion track I've worked for years towards doesn't feel temporary. If choosing family means one of us sacrifices career growth, why is that automatically me? Is this a fundamental values difference about gender roles and what putting family first means, or am I too attached to my career? Would love your thoughts. Aleen, how do you feel about this one? This is a tough one.
There was like an article in the New York Times or maybe somewhere else that it talked about like the reason why there's a gender pay gap is this exact example happens to so many people where a couple who are on the same track decide to have children, and the default is that the mom stays home because they're making the cost of childcare is more than they make. So they jump off. And then when they decide to go back, they're way lower. And so there's a massive gap. And this happens very, very often. It sucks. I think what needs to happen here is they need to discuss, like she needs to basically tell him that my career is really important to me. And actually it is not temporary. I think it's fair for him to say that the years aren't replaceable. That is 100% true, but neither
the years of the kids' lives.
The kids' lives, it's 100% true. Like,
I don't think it's fair to say that. It's true, but I don't think it's fair. Like,
it's not fair for him to ask her of that, but it's fair to say together, hey, this is a moment for us to discuss. We both know that these years are not replaceable.
But the way you're saying it is not the way she's writing in the email.
Agreed.
Because I think that's like my biggest problem with the email. It's not like, to me, one leaving their job to take care of the kids in a vacuum. Yeah. We can never see 3 years old again.
Right. I think that's the fact.
That's
what I'm saying is that's a fact. That's fair.
Right.
What's not fair is he's just not considering her in this pushing of his own agenda or opinion or his values which is very traditional, which is again fine if that was a discussion you guys had in the past. Clearly it was not. So they need to come, and she needs to tell him, well, actually I don't agree, and how can we make this work? If he keeps pushing it, then they're going to be at an impasse.
Right.
Then they shouldn't have that third kid.
The thing that I don't know about myself, in this scenario, I don't know how I would feel. Like, this is also, there's a lot of ego in this too. Like, I don't know how I would feel in a relationship where, I don't know how I would feel in this scenario.
Yeah.
A lot of times when I talk about these emails, I go, how would I feel? I just know that I don't know if I would hope that in this scenario, it seems like he's acting as if he's the CEO and she's like the chief family officer.
Right.
And it's like, that's not how this relationship seems to be seen from her end.
Agreed.
Right.
To her that they're equals.
Right.
And he's saying basically that his job is more important. It really works for a lot of people where when the woman is basically quits her job after going on maternity leave to stay home. It happens when like the mom she's like down, right? She's like, you know what? I don't really like my career that much and I prefer to be with my children.
Right.
That is fine. That happens all the time. Like I live in the suburbs and I meet so many moms that are like that. This is different because she's saying like, I'm working so hard for this. I'm about to get promoted. I may start to make more money than you.
Right.
Why am I being the one? Why is it being the mom is more? Why is this like a decision you just decided like without me?
I think two things need to be taken out of this discussion.
Okay, what?
One, the morality. If we're going to miss 3, you never get these years back, I think is like a morality play from him.
Like a guilt
That's
play.
a guilt. He's trying to make her feel badly.
Right. So why can't he quit?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I think also the money needs to be taken out of it. I might make more than you. I think you take away the money and you make it about, and again, I'm simplifying it in a way because I'm not in the situation.
I agree with you.
But
There's
I think
a lot
the
of
money and the morality are kind of similar things. Hey, I'm about to make more money than you fucking loser, is not really a helpful.
That's what I would say.
Right. I just like,
when I said I fight like an animal, I meant it.
Right. That's an animalistic way to go at it. You fucking pussy are about to make less than me, and I'm a woman, and you're a man. You should be making more than me, you fucking loser.
No, that's not what we were saying.
But that's the way he would take it.
That's what he thinks.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, he has an emotional state in this too.
Yeah, I agree.
So if I were them, I would do this based on that. Where do I find value? Like she is saying, I find a lot of personal value out of going to work every day. I find so much personal value that I need to be the best mother I can be. I need to get childcare because when I get to be with my kids, I'm going to be this like exceptional role model and happier person. Happy parents, happy kids, in my opinion. I don't know. I don't have kids, so anyone could say that to me. But I'm saying I believe that if I'm happy, the kids will be happy, you're going to be happy, we're all going to be happy. Where I find happiness is this progression in my job that I am currently on, this track I'm on.
Exceeding expectations. For her, it's important that she does well.
Right. And he might say, I also find a lot of personal value and happiness, and I get my ego inflated by going into the office every day and doing as well as I'm doing. And then you go, okay, decision made.
Exactly.
We are the happiest couple we can be while also paying for, and now you bring in the money.
Right.
We're also paying for, and we will find a way to get these years in the way we need to get them our way. Like
exactly. No, I think you were so right. That was very wise.
Right?
Very wise.
Thank you.
This
is why they brought me into Betches.
Yes.
Wise old dear Uncle J train.
It's very wise because I think she's talking about two things. She talks about the cost of childcare and their salaries, but then she also talks about his morals, about the mom should be with the kids. So it's like, which one is it? Is it that childcare costs more than your salary? Or is it that the time is what you're trying to have? So they need to pinpoint with what's the actual issue that they're solving for and then solve for it. You're totally right. Nobody is a loser for making less.
Well, I guess like the way, if I was a man trying to make a woman feel bad, I'd be like, I would do what he's doing.
Yeah.
Like I'm just saying, like I would guilt her into saying, we're never going to get these years back. You don't want to see what a 3 month.
Even when I read this, I started to feel guilty for being a working mom.
It's fucked up. If a woman wanted to make a guy feel bad, she would go, well, you make less money. In the same way, it would be the same knife, being used. So it's like, let's take away both of those weapons.
Right.
And stick to the...
Look at you. You're straight couples therapizing now.
I think I could do it. I don't even need a degree. I've never even been to therapy.
It's really good.
Look at me.
They just need to talk about their values.
This enmeshed guy knows what he's talking about. Holy shit. Let's do another email.
Good. Sometimes it's worth it to be
We're going to do an
enmeshed.
icky or picky now that we've realized I'm a genius.
I'll read it. Okay.
We are geniuses. We came to it together as a family.
Together.
Okay.
Hi, J and A. I need an icky or picky ruling.
Now, the rules for this game is you're dating someone, you get the ick. Are you valid in your ick? Or are you being a little picky?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Our first date was coffee and a walk. The second was dinner. About 5 minutes after we sat down, he said very seriously, just so you know, I have a strict no phones at the table rule. At first, I thought...
Loser!
Fucking loser.
Well, what would I do? What will I do when you get boring?
At first, I thought he was joking. He wasn't. He explained that he believes phones ruin connection and that when he's out to dinner, he expects full presence.
Oh my God.
Hold on. He said in his family growing up, phones were banned at the table, and he carries that rule into adulthood. To be clear, I'm not glued to my phone. I agree it's rude to scroll during dinner, but this felt formal, like I was being briefed on policy. It was date 2. We're basically strangers. What if we want to look something up, check the weather, show each other something relevant? I think what icked me out wasn't the idea itself. It was that it was presented as a rule, not a conversation or a mutual agreement. Is this green flag, he values connection, or red flag, welcome to my rule book, icky or picky? We have a theme going on with these emails.
Quite a theme. I mean, I have the ick.
I have the chills.
Right.
I need to go.
Right. This guy, grade A loser. Here's the
creepy.
It's creepy.
Mom says no phones.
Right. And at my table, we don't have the phone out, and we eat our vegetables.
Yeah.
I think this is a great example of I am turned off by anyone who says versus does. Mm-hmm. Like you saying
or sets expectations.
But he's saying
right. behavior.
Right. But it's like saying who I am before being who I am. Mm-hmm. Like if you don't use the phone at dinner and you value someone who doesn't use the phone at dinner, all right, let's have dinner and let's see how it goes.
Show not tell.
Right. Let's play it out. Mm-hmm. And then you can go home and say, boy, that fucking asshole was on their phone the whole time. I didn't really have a good time because they were on their phone. And for that reason, I'm out.
Yep.
Like, don't come at me with your
chastising. She's gonna go on a chokey if she goes on the phone. It's fucked up.
I hate this because there is a reason to go on the phone. Just like you said, it might come up. Oh, what'd you say? I gotta look up enmeshed. I gotta see what that means. See if I'm enmeshed with my mom. Like that, I just...
It's icky. It's so icky. And it's just like the biggest red flag. Not that this is the game, but it's the biggest red flag in what's to come.
Right.
Do you think this is his only rule?
Date 2. Just so you know.
He's got, you're going to go back to his home and he's going to have his own personal constitution. And he's going to open it up while you're taking your clothes off.
Right.
And it's going to be
this
even
house,
ickier.
The woman goes down on the man. In my parents' house, no. Men do not go down on women. Sorry, we have rules here.
Oh, God.
It's horrible. Aleen, thank you so much. Such a pleasure to have you back on the You Up podcast.
It's only been 8 years.
8 years. We'll have you back 8 years from now.
I'll see you.
We'll see you then. Everyone follow Aleen for her CEO journey.
Oh, thank you.
It is always a pleasure. This comes out March 11th. I'm on the road. If you're listening this deep into the show, that means you like the show. That means you enjoyed the discussion we had here. That means you like the vibe. You'll love the vibe of my show. I am going to be in LA, Los Angeles. I'm also going to be in Salt Lake City, Utah, Tempe, Arizona. Come to a show, jaredfree.com. There's more shows always being added to the calendar. Aleen is the founder, CEO of Betches. We want you to follow Betches and everything they do. At Betches is the podcast that Aleen co-hosts, also at Aleen. And if you want to hear from Jordana Abraham Marinelli, she is on our benefits episode giving us updates on maternity leave. If you want to hear from Jordana and I talk about our lives in a more personal way, also get the episodes a day early, no ads. Go hit the link in the bio for the You Up with benefits. $5 a month. That's a pretty good deal.
It is. That's a great deal.
And that money goes towards production of the show. That makes this show as great as it always is. So make sure you subscribe to You Up with benefits. Aleen, such a pleasure. This was such a pleasure. A family episode. We did it. Back next week. Boom.